Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we have an article predicting where the NBA's top 25 free agents will sign this NBA offseason. So we are going to go through each one of these teams right there and see if we think it's actually a good fit or not, or maybe what a better fit would be for that particular player. So this is an article by Harvard Joey. I don't know if that's, I feel like that's his last name and that's his first name, but maybe it is Hartford Joey, guys. You really don't know these days. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Also, if you guys can please do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video, it would be greatly appreciated. So the first team, or first player we have, I should say, is DeMarcus Cousins going to the Washington Wizards. It's really been up to debate lately on if DeMarcus Cousins and the Pelicans should actually sign a contract with each other yet again. Because a lot of people think that the Pelicans are better off without DeMarcus Cousins. I would love if we went to the Washington Wizards and teamed up with the other Kentucky guy out there in John Wall. I feel like it would just give them, you know, a player that John Wall has really never had a chance to play with before. When it comes to his skill set, I mean, he's played most of his NBA career with Marcin Gortat, who is kind of a bitch ass center out there, guys. In my own humble personal opinion. So yes, I love DeMarcus to the Washington Wizards. Next up, we have Jabari Parker to the Los Angeles Lakers. This one I disagree with because he is a power forward, or at best, maybe a small forward at times too. They already have Kyle Kuzma and they already have Brandon Ingram on that team. No sense in also getting Jabari Parker. I've said this times before, guys, that I think a better fit for Jabari Parker would be on the Brooklyn Nets. It would be absolutely amazing to watch him team up with D'Angelo Russell. So I'm going to say, guys, Jabari Parker, Brooklyn Nets would be a better fit. I do not like the Los Angeles Lakers one right there. Next up, we have Michael Beasley to the Golden State Warriors. So Michael Beasley is kind of one of those, I don't know, man, kind of like, I don't want to say a troublemaker because he's really not a troublemaker. Just, you know, I put him in that same personality category as a J.R. Smith or a Nick Young or a Lance Stevenson. You guys know the type out there, right, man? Just kind of scrappy out there and stuff like that. And I feel like if he went to the Golden State Warriors, or even like JaVale McGee, man, do I want to say a clown? You ain't a clown, man. I'm not going to say that, but just he could go to the Golden State Warriors. He would really start taking things serious, you know, playing with a super team like that, and could really be a big contributor off of their bench. I mean, I know Andre Iguodala is getting kind of up there in age, so from a scoring standpoint, I think Michael Beasley could come in, you know, instead of Iguodala and really do some good things off that Golden State Warriors bench. It's an absolutely fantastic fit, if you ask me. Next up, we have DeAndre Jordan to the Portland Trail Blazers. See, the reason I don't like this one is because I really do like Nurkic a lot. I know he wasn't that great in playoffs or anything like that, but DeAndre Jordan is going to be like 30 or 31. His game is based off his athleticism. Once you hit 30, man, that shit starts to go, man. My athleticism started leaving me when I was 12. So you got DeAndre Jordan on a Portland Trail Blazers team that will probably have to pay him a pretty big bitch-ass contract on a team that already has a lot of bitch-ass contracts on it. I feel like they are better off giving that money to Nurkic or maybe even somebody else out there. Not saying he wouldn't be a good fit. I just don't think he's the right fit for the Portland Trail Blazers. I still love the idea of DeAndre going to a team like the Milwaukee Bucks and finally giving them a nice defensive and rebounding-oriented center to play alongside Giannis. Next, we have Rajon Rondo going back to the Pelicans. Hell yeah, man. Rondo playing like absolutely just playoff Rondo right now. Headband Rondo, you might even say, where it's just like, I believe the stat was in the sweep against the Portland Trail Blazers. In like a 3 or 4 game span, he had like the second most total assists in that type of span since like Magic Johnson or somebody crazy like that. So yeah, he found himself a nice little home finally on the Pelicans. Great fit alongside Anthony Davis, by the way. Next up, we have Paul George to Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, this is the big time rumor going around. As of late, I've also heard of Paul George to the Philadelphia 76ers. Guys, drop a like on this video. That's a rebuild I should also do. Because like Paul George to Los Angeles Lakers, I do like it. It gives them that solidified superstar player on their team, and they just kind of build around that, you know, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and some other filler players, you know, to really round out their roster. I absolutely love the idea of Paul George to the Lakers. Not to mention, he wants to play for them. Next up, we have Tony Parker retires. Yeah, it's time. Next up, we have Wayne Ellington to the Houston Rockets. Give them another three-point shooter, another offensive weapon. Sure, why not, man? Because I know like Joe Johnson, he probably won't be back on the team. He's getting kind of up there in age. They still have Eric Gordon on the squad and everything like that. But I feel like Wayne Ellington, who I believe is he's on the Miami Heat right now. He had a pretty good season with them. He definitely is not going to be a starter on that team, but sure, why not, man? Get some more firepower off the bench. Wayne Ellington want to win himself a championship. Go to the Houston Rockets. You got a good chance there. Dwyane Wade going back to the Miami Heat. All right, so I actually posted a poll on my Twitter account saying, if people think it's time for Dwyane Wade to retire, I don't think it's time for him to retire, guys. Now, if he did accept that, it's like, all right, I'm fine with that. You know, it's like he's had a really good career. Do you guys think he should go back to the Miami Heat, though? I think that's the main question. Like, I don't know if he the Heat are not going to win a championship anytime soon, guys. I mean, it's just plain and simple. It's just not that type of squad right now. I would love if he went to a team and was able to compete for a championship, guys. I know it did not work out on Cleveland, so maybe he's afraid to go there, you know, to go that route again. I know he wants to retire on the Miami Heat, but do the same thing that Paul Pierce did when he signed like a one-day contract with the Boston Celtics just so we could retire a Celtic. Do that, but, you know, don't waste some good basketball years on a team that's not going to win a championship. So I would love to see him go to a different team. Next up, we got Thaddeus Young going to the Sacramento Kings. Okay, I don't really have, I mean, the Sacramento Kings are not contending anytime soon. Thaddeus Young is, it feels like he's been in the NBA forever, guys. I feel like he's got to be like in his early 30s or something like that. I'm sure the Kings would probably pay him some nice money just because he's, you know, he would be a somewhat talented player going to a team that, not quite sure what they're doing right now. I mean, I'm not going to say the Sacramento Kings are not heading in a good direction. I do like De'Aaron Fox. He might be a good veteran piece to add there anyway to help out some of the young bloods. So sure, man, why not? Thaddeus Young, go to the Sacramento Kings. Next up, we have Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons. Yes, please, man. Please give me Isaiah Thomas because we could probably get him for like $8 million a season, and he's not going to be any worse than Reggie Jackson, and we need a guard on this team that can just straight up take over a basketball game. Him with Blake Griffin and also Andre Drummond in a team that does not have a lot of salary cap or anything like that, it's worth the risk. Isaiah Thomas, please come to my Detroit Pistons. I will be the first one to welcome you with open bitch-ass arms. All right, next up, we got KCP on the OKC Thunder. You know what, man? That's actually a really good fit. I don't really like KCP. Maybe I'm a salty Pistons fan, which is fine. You know, he's had some not so good seasons on my Pistons, but as far as being like a 3-and-D player, yeah, man, he would actually be a nice fit as that as a shooting guard alongside Russell Westbrook. He can be a little streaky at times, so I mean, I know that's kind of like the whole forte with the OKC Thunder is that you really don't know what you're going to get from certain players on any given night. But yeah, man, I mean, it would be a nice fit, and it's not like he demands a ton of shots. Next up, we got Chris Paul to the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, well, I mean, that'd be cool and everything because it's Chris Paul, but a bit of a reach, I would say. Like, why would he leave Houston? Him and James Harden absolutely tearing things up. I don't see this happening. But guys, I know there's been rumors of like LeBron James to the 76ers. What if the 76ers got Chris Paul and LeBron James? I would freaking lose my mind. Like, can you imagine that lineup? Chris Paul, how would you even run it, man? I guess Chris Paul, J.Redick, Ben Simmons, LeBron James, Darius Harsh. How do you even do that? Or I'm sorry, Joel Embiid. I don't know, man. That'd be absolutely crazy to watch, though. Wesley Matthews to the Washington Wizards. Another like 3-and-D type of player out there. Would be nice off the bench. I mean, Bradley Beal is going to be the starter of that team. So, yeah, I mean, he had some pretty good seasons, I believe, on the Portland Trail Blazers. Dallas, not really all so much. I kind of forgot about who he was and everything like that. But, yeah, Washington Wizards, why not, man? Get a good veteran shooting guard off your bench. Will Barton to the Indiana Pacers. So, he is like a 6'6" shooting guard. Definitely in contention for 6th Man of the Year award. I think he warrants a starting spot. I feel like he could be a solid 17-point per game scorer in the right system. With that being said, you know, being 6'6", he definitely could play the small forward position alongside Victor Oladipo. So why not, man? Like, give it a try out there, and who knows? Like, maybe it will excel for him out there. And Denver Nuggets are probably going to go in a different direction. I don't think they're going to want to pay him quite that much money, but we'll see how that all goes. Although they already got Bogdanovich too on the Pacers, so I really don't see a good fit here. Next up, Trevor Ariza back to the Houston Rockets. Yeah, he wants to win a championship. You got a good chance over there. Derrick Favors to the Brooklyn Nets. Ooh, I didn't really think about this one. Did he actually, guys, he was on the New Jersey Nets, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. I could have sworn he was, man, back when they were the New Jersey Nets. Maybe they were the Brooklyn Nets at the time. What's say right here? He was once traded by the Brooklyn Nets for Darren Williams, so he'd be going back to the team. Sure. I don't really see like why it's a good fit or a bad fit. I mean, I don't really have like a strong opinion on Derrick Favors. I do know the Brooklyn Nets don't have a ton of talent right now. I mean, they're working on building things up and they're doing a good job with it. But yeah, if he wants to go to the Brooklyn Nets, I'm not going to stop him. All right, Enes Kanter back to the New York Knicks. It seems like he's found a nice little home right there, guys. Is he the ideal center to play next to Kristaps Porzingis? I really don't think so. I feel like on like a championship caliber team, Enes Kanter probably could be a really good 6th man off the bench for a team right there. But if there's no better options out there, I feel like, yeah, you keep Enes Kanter. With that being said, though, man, maybe like Hassan Whiteside or DeAndre Jordan, I would love to see how that dynamic would work with between those guys and a Kristaps Porzingis if he's back healthy next NBA season. Next up, we got J.Redick back to the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, man, he's been a consistent three-point shooter for his entire NBA career. A great player to play alongside Ben Simmons, who normally runs point guard, just because he does not need the basketball in his hands to be dominant. It's like he's a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, and he's been doing it his entire career. And the Philadelphia 76ers, I think they absolutely love him on the team. Brook Lopez to the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, man, you know, it's like the Dallas Mavericks, they be taking some L's. You know, Los Angeles Lakers took some L's this season. Brooklyn Nets with Brook Lopez takes some L's. So wherever the L's are going to follow, Brook Lopez will find a way on that team. Next up, Tyreke Evans to the Phoenix Suns. So you would have Elfrid Payton probably, Devin Booker as shooting guard, Tyreke Evans as small forward. I kind of like that thing. I mean, they already got Josh Jackson too. I guess Josh Jackson could potentially play like a stretch four out there. I don't know if it's really a stretch four, but a small ball four, I should say. Yeah, I mean, he's going to want to get paid some money out there. I feel like the Phoenix Suns would throw him like a, you know, $15 to maybe even $20 million contract for like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Clint Capela back to the Houston Rockets. Yeah, he's pretty much the new DeAndre Jordan, playing with Chris Paul and James Harden, 2 great playmakers. Why would he want to go, you know, elsewhere? Then we got Aaron Gordon back to the Orlando Magic. I don't think this is going to happen because he's on the Magic right now and the team's not doing anything. So it's kind of like wasting some, you know, a good young talented player right there. Now, I would be all for them doing a sign and trade, maybe for like a lottery draft pick. I feel like a lot of teams would definitely bite on that. I don't see him re-signing with that team. I know he's restricted, so I guess he doesn't really have a choice in the matter, but definitely not there for the long term. Kevin Durant back to the Warriors. Yeah, man, he loves his super teams. We got LeBron James to the San Antonio Spurs. All right, so for the most part, this list was pretty damn good. I don't think LeBron's going to the Spurs, guys. I mean, it would be cool if he played with Kawhi Leonard and everything like that. I just don't see it happening. I don't know why. It just Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, that team's gonna do some damage out there. Plus with Greg Popovich, it's just not really a team that I thought was on like a big radar or anything like that. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys all think. Do you think LeBron and the Spurs would be a good fit? Yeah, it would be. I just don't see it happening. But yeah, man, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.